who've gotten out of the gate undefeated. It's the Mississippi State Bulldogs and the Missouri Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Guys, I have checked in with the Bulldogs head coach. He has been warning his team all week about this game. Both teams undefeated to start this season, and he believes the difference will be who can execute the best. He believes that his team and his quarterback have the confidence and composure to compete well in this environment. I'll keep you posted on how well they're communicating down here on the field. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. Mississippi State about to put it away as we start the festivities. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here's Hardy to begin the drive. He's got enough. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. The Tigers want to move quickly.
And that's not a surprise. We all knew and talked about coming in. Who are they going to feature? They give it to him the first play, and he chews up and gets a first down. We're going to see more of that. I'm excited to watch this matchup, but the defense, Jesse, they better get physical. They better get better in a heartbeat.
Well, and they've got to fight some emotion right now, too, because the fans are excited. The offensive line is absolutely juiced after that opening play. They're now getting lathered up. They're now getting excited. They're pointing to the sideline. Run it again. Run the same play again.
Here's Simmons to throw. Finds his man. Brought down at the 47-yard line after the 15-yard pickup.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Using his legs, it's Roberts. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. This is a kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
3rd and long coming up. He's changing the play. Lined up in the gun. Here's Simmons on 3rd. Fires immediately. That was an important stop there as they try to hold them to a field goal on this drive. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. And very important not only to generate power, but to... Oh, they block it! That's a live ball. Defense has it.
You never know how weather affects the kick, and the rain's coming down, obviously, but the field goal unit does a great job getting penetration, getting back deep in the backfield, and then blocking the kick for the big momentum shift.
Taylor wants to throw it. Incomplete. Big fight for the ball, but it falls to the ground. Long way to go on 2nd down. On the ground with the counter. Runs through a tackle. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
And they got a chance to respond, and the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop it.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Out wide left, it's Johnson. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them. They're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation, and beautiful throw out in front of the target.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding. I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man, just he catches the football and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number one. It was priority number one. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
On first down, it's Bothwell again. They put the brakes on him.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets stuck.
Going for the goal line. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
And listen, my job is to get it to my playmakers like this guy on the outside. He'll do the rest. He'll get in the end zone. Nice catch. Way to finish it with a touchdown.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So that's a 59-yard touchdown drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll give it to Hardy. Turning it on. Quick step and go. Inside the 40. The 20. He's at the touchdown, Tigers. Once he got some room, it was over. Looking for the time with the extra point. And he did make that extra point. No issue with the treacherous footing. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. They'll start on the ground with Fluff Bothwell. Swamped immediately.
That's such a great physical play by the defense, because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Taylor wants to throw. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
And that's not a surprise. When a QB lines up and sees man-to-man coverage on his guy that runs so fast on the GPS that it's speeding in a school zone, like, this dude can absolutely roll. He sees man coverage, tries to take advantage of it. They don't execute on that play. But if you want to play that defense, I think you'll get that pattern a lot from that guy.
Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He's going to get loose. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Simmons. The screen, he can go. He's into the open down the middle. Touchdown, Tiger. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. That's the end of the quarter, and Missouri has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. First play of the period, first down here. Taylor wants to throw it. Rush is on. At the 35, he's loose. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. Fresh set of downs going up top. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, hitting them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Throwing Simmons. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Touchdown, Bulldogs. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
Extra point here will tie the game. And they tacked on the extra point. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
And the Tigers have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. They'll ride him again. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
And it really doesn't matter who plays quarterback in this offense because Ahmad Hardy is option 1, 2, and 3. And you saw him a year ago, man. Not only does he have that home run speed to make big plays, but he also runs that stretch play so nice and breaks tackles and uses his physicality. Palmer, I bet you wish you had a...
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Maybe a double pass. Toasted coverage, got it deep downfield. Touchdown, Tigers. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a huge play in the passing game, covering 67 yards to the end zone. Here he comes with the return. And the returner will be knocked down. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll start on the ground with Pluff Bothwell. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 16.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. And they are fortunate to avoid the turnover as the fumble goes out of bounds.
You know, fumbles really just comes down to luck. Oblong-shaped ball just can bounce any which way whatsoever. The offense right there, very lucky that one went out of bounds.
Taylor wants to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Well, they finally stopped him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Off the left side, it's Hardy. There he goes. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. 2nd and inch is a really good time to take a shot. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Options galore here, 2nd and just a few inches. Right back to it. Oh, what a move. There's a crease. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Tigers. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Sends it back in motion. Taylor wants to throw it. Good job just to get rid of that one.
Ball was incomplete, and I think you got to give a lot of credit to this defense up front. That pass rush, they were coming on that play. Got after the quarterback, got in his face, and did not let him feel comfortable.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Snapped it in the shotgun. Catch in the middle, it's West. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Now give it to Fluff.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
Shoots it to the left. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
I know that shot down the field was incomplete, but you got to keep taking shots. Those receivers love to go deep. Gives them a breath of fresh air. They get more excitement. They're going to the quarterback with a little bit more juice because you know you're feeding them. So I would keep taking deep shots down the field.
Complete on the left to Williams. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Plows through the defense. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
And I like the bounce back for this offense. You go 3 and out, they don't get frustrated. They don't get down. Nice job going back to the drawing board, creating some good plays. Now here in a rhythm, moving the football.
The Bulldogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Taylor wants to throw. Look out! Just got rid of that one.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
And the punt will hit at the 1, just a little too far for them to be able to down it. It'll be a touchback and come out to the 20. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Here's Simmons to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
2nd and long here. Motion from the wideout. Throws it back. They're all over him. Right side, it's Hardy.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
They need a huge play on 3rd and long. Calls his own number. Got enough for the first down. Oh, he's got some space. Inside the 30. Past the 10. He is in. Touchdown, Tigers. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
This quarterback is so unique and he's so special because of his running ability, his wiggle, his speed, and his burst in the open field. He's like a running back playing the quarterback position, and he shows you that on that play.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. They'll start on the ground with Fluff Bothwell. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, welcome into the EA Sports College Football Update Show, the Week 4 edition. So let's dive right in. First up, a look at Michigan taking on the Iowa State Cyclones.
Out of bounds at the 27-yard line, and this offense needed a play like that.
And it's the Wolverines looking to extend that win streak to 4 in a row. It's one of the better coaching jobs in football right now, and a nice payday could be on the horizon. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
And obviously trailing in this football game now in the second half, this is exactly what they talked about at halftime. We've got to create some explosive plays in the passing game. They're going to need a lot of this, and the defense is fully aware that they're going to throw the football. That's a great start to this second half.
Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
You know, there used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You'd throw it to them, and they'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
Touchdown, Bulldogs! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
Well, it had to start somewhere for this offense and this quarterback, and they finally find some life here early in the second half. That was a first half to forget, no question about it. And obviously, there's a lot of work still to be done, but it's all about momentum. And getting that touchdown pass, David, that just may spark things for him and this offense.
Well, and obviously building this deficit, they're not going to be able to run the football like they want to. It's going to be on his shoulders. So to watch him come out focused with a plan, the second half adjustments are going to be crucial. But it's going to be on his shoulders, and that's a good start. And they've cut into this lead, but it's going to have to continue to be through the air with this passing attack.
Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They come out for the first time in this second half. The lead a little smaller than when they went to the locker room, and they'll try to answer here. Caught in the backfield. It's Hardy. Could not make his way to the corner.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. You just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
Long way to go on second down. Changing the routes with his receivers. Simmons. Still looking to his right. He'll pull it down and run. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. Missouri gets to the line quickly. Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons. Got his man down the middle. Oh, he got loose. Still on his feet at the 45. Oh, there's an alley to the left. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Missouri!
This offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the third quarter, march down the field, and score. There's no end in sight for these guys.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he added the extra point. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they find pay dirt from way out, covering 69 yards on the touchdown pass. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Nice job by the quarterback and receiver there working on the crossing route. And a big thing for the quarterback there, you've got to be able to give your receiver time to work through all the traffic, get by the linebackers in the middle of the field, and work all the way over to the other side. The offensive line has to give the quarterback time, and the QB's got to be patient, but it all worked out perfectly, and they're able to get a big play.
Taylor wants to throw it. He's taking the shot. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
And that's a big shot, and that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a flow.
Back to pass on second down. Escapes the pressure to his right. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it, and what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Well, a nice job by the defense. They're playing with a big lead. They know the offense has to throw it, and they are inviting throws over the middle of the field, knowing they can break on these passes and maybe pick one off. Offense lucky that wasn't a turnover.
Wants to throw again. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a fourth down.
And that's a teach tape on third down right there. That's a great job by the defense, being back, understanding it's third down. If they're going to throw it short, man, I'm going to break on the football, go down.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth and long. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted the fourth down to keep the drive going.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
And the Bulldogs want to pick up the tempo. Taylor wants to throw. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Great job by the defense there. They weren't surprised by that play call there on third and short. They were expecting pass. They took everything away and forced the incompletion.
They've already converted once on 4th down on this drive. They are unafraid to make everywhere 4-down territory. Snaps it, and he has to have it. He's got it, 1st down and more. Speeding down the left side. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
He does a really nice job getting the snap, getting the ball to his wide receiver in stride so he continue to run full speed and make all those yards after the catch and get all the way to the end zone.
And the point after is good. Still a lot of time to go here in the 3rd quarter, but they want the ball back right now with an onside kick. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Finds a crease. It's Roberts. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. Motion from the wide receiver. Left side is Edwards. Breaks into the open. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. The Tigers peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Quarterback changing the play. Throwing Simmons. Fires to the middle. He's got an open man. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. Missouri wants to go fast. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Fires to the middle. He's got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. He'll try to tack on one more. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. The Bulldogs will use their first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. He'll start the return inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Taylor wants to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Just barely got rid of it.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Going for the big play. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
Both of these offenses just up and down the field, scoring at will. This QB's already got over 150 passing yards in the game, so he's not going to stop slinging it. Which defense can get a stop?
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised they're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. Needs it here on 4th down. Smashes through the tackle. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the 4th down decision pays off big time. That's it for the period, and Missouri has the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Taylor wants to throw. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Unloads to the wideout. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football game.
He got it out to the 34-yard line. Not enough for the 1st down. Let's see if they punt it away. Got to make the play on 4th. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
Here come the Missouri Tigers. The offense ready to go to work. Turning it on! And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
This offense is in no hurry, right? Control the clock is priority number 1. I'm going to run the football. I got the lead. I already got great field position, but I'm not interested in scoring right away. I got to make sure I watch that play clock tick down, maximize those seconds, and keep being physical with the run game.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Right back to Hardy. Finding some room. Oh, what a move. And he's tackled, stopped at the 14. They'll move the chains. They've got a 1st down in the red zone. Missouri will snap it in the red zone. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Headed to the end zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers! They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Now give it to Fluff.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Taylor wants to throw it. Moving out to the right. Finds his target. At the 40, there he goes. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. Mississippi State going up tempo.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. 9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. Fluff popped well again. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
Now give it to Fluff. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
And they bring the blitz. I mean, you could tell. They want to make him feel uncomfortable as quick as possible, and you can see him. He takes off with the football, and they just trying to get to him, try to get him on the ground, but this defense choosing to blitz right now in this football game.
And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
That's an impressive touchdown there, considering the plays this defense, particularly the secondary, has already made against him. And we knew this quarterback was going to come into this one, David, and be aggressive. There aren't many people who really scare him, and the defense has made him pay. A couple of bad decisions, a couple of great plays on the back end, one-on-one. But this guy's still taking the shots. He's not backing down, and he's got his offense back on the board.
I think that's the most impressive part. He made some mistakes, and a lot of times you see people that they go in a shell, right? They make mistakes. They can't rebound. They can't find the answers to continue to keep making plays. Make the next play. Make the next play. Now down the stretch to give your team the lead, man. So impressed with the way he's handled adversity and bounced back from some mistakes.